Okay, perfect. Recording. Welcome to Monday. Today, our goal is to start a HTML recipe website. Your task is to create a sweet recipe site. Your website must include a style.css file, so we'll review that a little bit. Include pictures. Make use of unordered and ordered lists, and be creative with your website. You must also make a table that includes links to other recipes that are similar to yours with a small review. So my table looks actually pretty nice here with like the shading and stuff, and it's actually got links right in there. So let's go over how to do all that stuff, and and also review what we learned 2 weeks ago, which is a long time ago, right? So I'm going to open Notepad++. Hopefully it lets me open it, but yeah, it shouldn't be an issue here. I'm recording again. Great. So I'm going to take a new file new. Okay. Just going to close that, say no. And I'm going to go to W3 Schools and just paste the very beginning of a website, W3 Schools. Okay. I think right on the home page there'll be some code that I could copy. Right here is fine. Okay. That is the example of your most basic website. I'm actually going to space it out a little bit better than it is spaced. Okay. Title. I still hear some crazy clicking going on. And then I'm going to go File, Save As. Now, where do I want to save that? Somewhere smart on my drive. Would I want to save it in a folder called HTML projects? Yeah, that could work. That could definitely work. Okay. HTML projects, sure. I might even make myself another little folder inside of there. What do I want to call this website? I'm going to call it recipe. Okay? And I'm going to say .html. I don't think you have to actually put the .html. I might do it for you if you have that save as type, but just to be careful, I'll do that. I will run that in Chrome, launch in Chrome. Okay? That's, there it is again. The world's most boring website. Now, what did we do last time to make it nice? What we did was we added a CSS file, okay? So I'll go File, New. I think you have to write a little bit in there just to get it to save, and then I'll go File, Save As, and I'm going to call this one style.css. So for file type, I'll just click All Types at the very top. There is a CSS file here, actually. Maybe I'll click on that just to be safe. It was going to call it new one. That's not a great name for my style file. I'm going to call it style.css. Now, you may already have a style.css in that folder. For some other project, it would overwrite it if you weren't careful. So, I'll show that again, okay? You have to be careful where you save it. You might want to make a folder called a recipe or something like that so you're not overwriting your files. Now I don't have any, this is in the past how we would make every paragraph, everything in the paragraph the color green, okay? We would make curly brackets after the letter P, write color, :green. And that would be enough to color our website. We could do a lot more. We did a lot more. We'll experiment with some more CSS commands later. How do we get this CSS file to point to our recipe website? Let's go to W3 Schools and see CSS how to. There are 3 ways to insert CSS into your website. One is externally, the other is internally, and the other is inline. We want the external one. right? So they actually give an example here of the code you need inside the head section of your HTML file. Hopefully you can see that. It's this line of code. So I'm just going to copy and paste that into my code. And I'll put it here. Of course, they've called their style file my style. That's not the name of mine, so I'll call mine style. And they should be in the same folder. I can see up here that they are in the same folder under test. Great, so it knows where to look. If I run this, I should have some green on my website. I do. I have a little bit of green there. Okay. So that was the idea last week, is to make some headings, make some paragraphs, so a little bit of blurb about every heading, and then add a little bit of style to it, a little bit of formatting. Okay. If you do get stuck and you don't know how to do something, you can always refer to this W3 Schools website. It's a great website. What's that?
Can you go over what you just did?
Yeah, I got it recording too, so you can go back and look. What I did was I went to W3 Schools and I went to CSS's how-to section. And on the very first little topic there, external CSS, I just copy this line of code into my code. Okay. Ba-doom, ba-doom, ba-doom. And so that's how we're going to start our recipe website. Obviously, we don't have much in there right now. But if you look here in the instructions, it says make use of unordered and ordered lists. Unordered lists in CSS are when they just have little bullet points in front of them. Ordered lists are when it numbers them. Let's look at how to do that. Here's how you do it. I'm going to write an unordered list first, okay? So the tab for that is UL, which stands for unordered list, okay? And then anything I want to write in that list, I just write the tab LI, like that, okay? Hello. If I want another thing in my list, darkness, yeah, type, my old friend. Oops, this has to be LI. Every little entry I want has to be LI, like that. Save that, launch it in Chrome. Will it make me a little list? Let's have a look. Yeah, see? Made me a little list. And it even put little dots in there for me. Okay. I could do some CSS later on with that LI stuff if I wanted. Like if I wanted to make every LI purple, I could go LI like that. And then write, even I could do a border or something, whatever you want. I can't remember any CSS commands. Whenever I want to figure out what I want to do, I usually go to W3 Schools and I go to CSS and I look for stuff. Maybe I want to switch the font. Maybe I want to add margins or background colors or whatever. Like you got to look on here. There's so many that I can never remember the code for all of them. But LI, yeah. So it should pick out anything with an LI in here and turn it purple. Okay. Will it work? Let's see. It does. It turned it purple. Okay, so that's how we get an unordered list. The other one we want, if we want it to auto number it, is ordered list, OL. Okay? If I type LI like that, then whatever I put in there will be number 1. Okay? Watch this. Mr. V, number 1. think that's gonna do? Should we try it? OL. Launch in Chrome. It auto numbered it. Doesn't seem like too helpful, right? But if you had 20 things in there, would you want to have to go 1 like this, and then 2 like this, and then 3 like this, and number them all automatically yourself? And then let's say someone gets deleted from your list, and then you have to go back and re-edit everybody's number. You don't want to do that. That'd be a waste of your time. So you get HTML to do it for you. Make them a little... Now look. It looks messed up because I actually put the numbers in there, so it doubled it. I don't want to do that. There we go. Okay. Okay, so that's how you do it. Unordered, ordered lists. Let me stop.